Okay, so usually when it comes to doing a series over on Twitch, cutting up into parts and putting it on YouTube, I'm usually not the kind of person that like misses days when it comes to those kinds of things. But I've been a little bit occupado. I've been a little bit occupado for the past better part of a weekish. I was gone like was it April 26th or was it April 27th? Something like that until today, May 1st. Why is there no music? Wait, it's just really quiet. Oh, I just had my computer really quiet. Hi, sorry, Biggie. All right, here's this. We've only done one stream of this thus far, which I believe became oh, there's updated game date. Okay, sure. Anyway, I've been away on a little bit of a trip. So I had a friendo of mine invite me to this outing that was going on kind of near the Rocky Mountains that was apparently open to like university students from across the province here and whatnot. And I wasn't 100% certain if I wanted to go, especially because I was told that the trip was apparently going to be like very religious in nature, whereas I'm not a religious person at all. But I was like, you know, if I stay, I could get a lot of stuff done, like a lot of freaking streams done and a bunch of editing on the Legends Arceus series. I logged in on my freaking main account, not the gosh darn it, not this thing. I forgot that's how this works. Gosh dang it. You might be wondering why Lego City Undercover is one of the recent things there. I might explain that in a hot second. I'm talking about other things right now. I was like, if I stay, I could get a lot of stuff done and be really productive. But I'm not going to remember it down the line. It'll just be like a random generic productive week that blends in with the rest. But if I go, whether I like it or not, it's going to become like an experience and memory that I keep forever. So I was like, okay, let's get out of my comfort zone here and get out to this little excursion. And it was interesting to say the least. There was a lot of different activities that we did out there. Okay, we got to sit through this again. I'm so sorry, by the way. So I've been gone for a decent bit. Been staying out there. We had a small little wood-heated cabin, which was pretty nice and comfy for the most part a lot of the time. Last night, when I tried to get the fire going, it kind of went horribly wrong because, as it turned out, some of the cardboard that was left there as, like, good fire starter, this one specific kind of cardboard had like a thin layer of plastic over it, and I only noticed it like later after I'd already burnt through several matches trying to light it, and after I had an actual like flint lighter in my hand freaking explode on me at the cost of actually getting the fire properly lit, although it didn't really last all that long and it was freaking wonky, maybe because of the freaking layer of plastic there, which can be toxic. So hopefully I can return to content creation for real here, and not just a couple days before potentially going to the hospital because I poisoned myself. Hopefully that doesn't happen. I don't think I've poisoned myself, but there's a very small chance I might have poisoned myself. Anyway, the fire became like a whole bunch of coals and whatnot. There was a proper log that did catch, but for whatever reason, it couldn't catch like another log after that. It just became like a bunch of hot coals, so we had to freaking take all the hot coals out, douse them, and create a brand new fire. At least it worked out last night, but oh my goodness, it was a little bit of a pain. But it got figured out. Everything was a-okay there. How do I go to like other worlds here? No, that's not the right button. X? Was it... Oh, this is the new... What? How do I go? How do I go? Oh, because I haven't properly been there? Okay, I probably gotta go, like, here then, and then go to the other one. But yeah, it was a quaint little place there. I feel like the trip that most stood out to me was, taking a hike actually close to the, Rocky Mountains there. Because, like, I've been taking a bunch of earth science classes to the next area, so that is over here, I think, right? I believe. Over the past couple of years, I've been taking a decent number of, earth science classes. So, being able to, like, go and see a whole bunch of these rock formations firsthand, it was really freaking cool. And I tried sending like a bunch of the photos to myself in like this freaking Discord server that I used to just like send myself photos across devices, but apparently a bunch of the really good ones are like bigger than 8 megabytes, so Discord doesn't let me send them because Discord is a perfect platform with no bugs or flaws whatsoever. But there were a couple that it let me send that I can share here. Like maybe at one point I'll do like a more dedicated like photo sharing of some of the stuff there. But yeah, so this was like some of the surroundings that we were hiking through. It's really fascinating to see like how the river has like whittled away the surrounding kind of landscape like this and made that kind of area and whatnot. It was a cool place to be, quite frankly. All the best pictures though are apparently bigger than 8 megabytes though, so that's unfortunate there. Oh my goodness, the motion controls. I gotta get used to this again. But anyway, so we did like the first stream of Splatoon 2, and I was like, okay, I can do like the next stream of this like super soon. But then I was like, oh, I should probably get ready and go on this trip because I wasn't 100% decided before if I wanted to go on it or not, and the date that it was going on kind of snuck up on me, let's just say. Yeah, there was that, and I kind of didn't get the chance to do another Splatoon 2 stream before heading out, so, whoops, I apologize about that. Better late than never. Hey, at least it's not a super long game, so having some space between uploads here, is fine, right? Freaking booping it. Ah, what the hell? Oh, crap. No, freaking squid out of here, please. Oh, my good gracious. Anyway, yeah, it was an interesting trip. A lot of the people there, including like my friendo that I was tagging along with, were open to you know, full discussion about those kinds of subjects, though sometimes in the general crowd I was a little bit hesitant about like fully speaking my mind in terms of like, you know, analyzing religious texts and whatnot. Sometimes I was a wee bit hesitant, but how the heck do I get over there, I wonder? Who knows? Who cares? I'm just gonna go this way for now, I guess. This is what I'll do, get some ink back and whatnot. Whoa. Booping it. Come on. Oh, I can still do that there. Okay, I should probably switch to like this, right? That's what I should probably do. But yeah, it was an eventful trip. I am glad that I went. I got a little bit of work done on the Pokemon Legends Arceus video essay, chapter 4, the music section. I took out like a freaking SD card full of footage and music to use, but because I didn't have a sizable USB stick when I thought I did, but I didn't apparently. And for whatever reason, when I put the, oh, I guess that's just to get to, like, the boss thing. Gosh dang it! No! Gosh dang it. Wait, can I just, like, whatever. Whatever, I guess. Oh, I'm back here again, so that's a-okay. That's fine then, right? There's gotta be a thingamabob that I can go to from here, right? Probably. What the heck was I just talking about? What exactly was my train of thought? What the heck? I mean, I have no idea what the heck I'm... Oh, I see now. Yes. Anyway, my friendo that I went along with. Hello, Nishar. How are you doing today? Hello there. Has the Holy Land been taken? I hope so. I might not have been crusading in the right area for that. I think I might be on the wrong side of the world for the proper Holy Land, but I got a good look-see at at a whole different area. How are you doing today? Oh, so this is gonna be one of those ones with like a dedicated weapon in that case. But yeah, the surroundings and landscape were really cool. I definitely had a lot greater of an appreciation for the area after my earth science classes. The bit that I was most fascinated by, which I'm really sad I couldn't send in like this Discord server because it's like bigger than 8 megabytes, is so what the heck? Oh, interesting. So rock layers are always going to naturally form like horizontally because that's how gravity works. So if you ever see layers that like aren't horizontal, that means that something like changed the direction that they're facing somewhere down the line, like something pushed them up in some kind of way or turned them over. Well, there was this one massive mountainside that it wasn't like turned sideways, rather it was like bent. The whole rock formation was like a whole 90-degree bend. It was crazy. And it bent without cracking. I was amazed by it. Ooh, there's a thingamabob there. In fact, like I could probably just show the photo on my phone without directly showing it on my computer. I'll transfer them to like my computer later. I just want to find this. It was like one of the coolest rock formations I'd ever seen, quite frankly. Where is the thingamabob? This thingamabob here, if I switch to the full camera for a hot second. This right here, what, if it focuses in, was a picture that I took. If it focuses in. So like all the layers are like bent like that, like just turned over like such a long period of time. I was so fascinated by it. It was so cool. It's like one of the coolest things I'd seen. Anyway, so I was quite fascinated by that. Also, because I was away for several days, freaking Nintendo Switch Sports came out. So normally I'd be covering that as a new release. I own it now. I haven't taken it out of its case yet. It's a box like this, so it can come with a leg strap. But I already have the leg strap from a Ring Fit Adventure and whatnot. I'll probably stream it tomorrow. We'll see what we shall do. But tonight I was like, okay, I just want to do like a Twitch stream. Let's maybe do some Splatoon, because when I do Nintendo Switch Sports, it's probably gonna be like a dedicated viewer games YouTube stream thingamabob. So okay, I can't quite do that. So I probably don't want to be streaming that tonight, though I am tempted to check it out. I haven't seen any footage yet. I had like 1 bar of data out there. I have not seen any footage for Nintendo Switch Sports at all, so I know literally nothing about it, and I intend to keep it that way. But yeah, it really does create the most fascinating architecture. There were also these cliff formations where, you know, part of the rock underneath had like come apart, and what? Oh my goodness, I'm bad at video games. Had come apart, some of the underneath bits had collapsed, but the way in which they collapsed were like in perfect 90-degree angles like that, like they were coming out in blocks, like it was freaking Minecraft or something. It was nutty. It was so cool. So yeah, the hike was definitely the most big highlight of the trip there for me. Though the following day we wound up doing some canoeing around the lake that we were staying on there. So that was nice there. Me and my buddy that I was going with there, we were kind of going quite a decent bit faster than anybody else that was going there. So sometimes we would just like chill out and chillax in the canoe there and just take in the surroundings and whatnot. It was nice. It was chill and whatnot. Whoa! Up we go. Also, it is kind of nice taking a little bit of a step away from content creation stuff sometimes. Like, I do still have, like, a blast doing it, but sometimes it is just nice to take, like, a break from being involved in it at all. Like, not being in, like, any of the online space pretty much at all. Not, you know, following up on channel kind of stuff. It feels a little bit unnatural, but, like, a nice change of pace. So, I haven't been gone for, like, you know, an extended period of, you know, close to a week like this with the channel in quite a good while. Like, completely devoid of, you know, checking things like comments and whatnot. So I was curious, like, with my channel at the place that it is nowadays, like, how many new comments would the notification box give me during my time away for me to check? And note that I don't get notified about, like, every comment anymore. I think it changed when I hit 10K or something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but YouTube only tells me about, like, some comments now rather than all. So I don't know what percentage it is, but when I got home today and I checked the notification box, the amount of comments that I had in the notification box to check was 53. I have not checked them yet. That's like when you have like an inbox full of emails and it's like, oh, I gotta check them, but like, you know, it's gonna take me a little while to get through them, so I'm putting it off until tomorrow. Is what I'm doing. I'll check it tomorrow. Tonight I just got home and I just wanna chill. So got all packed up today, got ready to head on out, and now I'm back home again. And it was a nice change of pace out there, but at the same time, it is kind of nice to be home again. You know, but yeah, canoeing 80% speedrun. That's what we had going there. It was also a really funny thing. They were 2-person canoes, but and there were 7 canoes out total, so there was like 14 of us going canoeing in total in that case. But with these 7 canoes, when we were waiting for a couple people that were like figuring out how to canoe in the back, where the instructor wound up having to tug them, had to attach a rope to their canoe and tug them. While we were waiting on that group to like catch up and whatnot, we wound up just like bringing our canoes together as a group. And well, we kind of joined canoes and we made like a it was like that scene from the Lego Batman movie where they were trying to like pull the city back together again, so they were all joining hands and coming together, except with canoes. is kind of what it was. What the heck do I do here? Oh, wait, no, not that. What am I doing here? It was kind of like that, except with canoes, and we had like a whole line of 5 canoes that we were all just like holding on to together with. Actually, what the heck do I do here? I'm so confused right now. Do I jump to there somehow? What am I doing? I'm so confuzzled. And then when the last 2 like eventually caught up again, they wound up joining our group as well, as we decided like where to go from there. So we had all 7 canoes, like, oh my goodness, it's right there. Oh, so we had them all conjoined, essentially. It was the wackiest thing. So yeah, that happened. We basically recreated the Lego Batman movie scene. Ah! No! 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 Oh no! Oh my goodness gracious, I'm back here. So, there was that. That might have been like one of the highlights of canoeing, I must say. But yeah, when it came to some of the analysis there of various, well, I say various religious texts, it was really just one being the Gospel of Mark, which was actually kind of interesting in some ways, not gonna lie. It was definitely interesting in some ways. Sometimes it was pretty hard to understand, but sometimes it was actually kind of a bit of an interesting read, not gonna lie. Okay, so over that way. Received a 3rd degree inking there. I really did. That's really what it felt like. No, 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 no. In discussing that kind of thing, sometimes I felt a little bit hesitant to, you know, express like my full honest thoughts on the matter. But most of the times that I actually did wind up doing that, a lot of the people, especially like the students there, would wind up being like super open to what I was saying. They're like, huh, that's a really interesting way of looking at it. I never thought about it that way before. I appreciate your input there. It's like, huh, that's really cool. And really cool that everyone's like super respectful and all that, you know? It was pretty nice there, though there were some people there that really didn't like my skepticism and wanted to like shoot down my questions about whatever given thing. Like I remember in this one passage when it was being described how freaking Jesus the long-haired legend was like purging demons from somebody or some demonic spirit or whatever the heck. I was like, huh, the way that it's described here sounds kind of like symptoms of a seizure. And one person was like, no, it's not. It's completely different. I was like, oh, okay. I guess it's oh crap, no. I guess it's completely different there. So sometimes I would have some of my skepticism shot down, but a lot of the time, most of the people there that I interacted with were actually like really supportive of my input that I offered. I was like, oh, that's really nice. That's really cool. So it was an interesting experience to say that. Crap! No! No! Oh my goodness gracious! I janked over that checkpoint. So yeah, that was really cool to see there for sure. Oh my goodness gracious. What other thing were Bobs to tell about this this trip there? We would have breakfast at like 8 a.m. each morning, but be consistently staying up past like hours in which we'd be able to get like 8 hours of sleep for that. Was a pretty regular thing, especially last night. Last night, freaking everybody was up until like 2 a.m. and it was still up for breakfast at like 8 a.m. Well, 8:30 or something like that. But you better be up at 8, pretty much. Yeah. Whoops. The food was good. The food was good over there. They actually fed us really well there. Gosh darn, I'm bad at video games. And the people were actually really nice, quite frankly. Like, I remember, I think it was 2 days ago, where I was, one of the activities I was doing that day was hatchet throwing. I'd only done hatchet throwing once before. I wasn't as good as I remembered last time, but still decent, I guess. And then shortly after that, I was helping them put the boat docks in the lake. And because I figured, hey, that'd be good practice for helping put the boat docks in the lake at the cabin that my family has out at a lake village. Like, good practice for that anyway, since that has to get done every year. And whatnot. Whoa. Oh my, I'm so bad at this video game, holy crap. But after that, my hands were like really sore and really dry and whatnot. I was like, gosh dang it, I should have brought like some lotion along. So when one of the supervisors was asking me later, like how I was doing and whatnot, I was like, oh, I'm doing pretty alrighty, but yeah, my hands are really dry from doing this stuff earlier. I kind of wish I had brought some lotion. She was just like, oh, I brought like a whole bunch of it. You can just have like one of my vials. Just like remind me later and I can give you one. I was like, oh, that's really kind of you. And I went on like a wander like later that day just to, you know, wander around, clear my thoughts a little bit and whatnot. But by the time I got back to my cabin, I look at my bed and there's like a little thing of lotion that's been left there for me. And it's like, oh, that's so sweet, you know? Like one of those thingamabobs where it's just like such a nice gesture that it's like my heart, you know? So that was really kind. So the people there were definitely really nice, I would say. Oh my goodness gracious, how the heck do I just jump it? No! Ah! No! I do not consent! So yeah, the people were definitely really kind. Holy crap. No! No! Ah! What the heck is this, man? Oh, no! Anyway, and now I got back earlier today, and now I'm streaming, and hey presto. My legs are freaking, like, half dead. I'm just gonna barrel through. I don't care. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. My legs are freaking pretty destroyed, especially from the hike. Because the hike was over 4 hours long, but over an hour of that was like hiking the wrong direction for half an hour and then having to hike half an hour back because we went the wrong way. It was funny. The person leading the hike at that time was like, hey guys, so this is kind of the perfect time to talk about forgiveness, I think. It was pretty funny. But it was definitely a good time there. Wait, do I like go this? What? Do I just do this, I guess? Okay, cool. Solid. Sweet. But yeah, you may not have consent, but you did say no. I guess there's that. You right. Wait, don't I use this layout for this game? I don't remember. I don't remember which layout I use for this game. I still haven't like gotten rid of Streamlabs. I've been meaning to, but anyway. Yeah, that was my little crusade there, essentially. What's that? Let me check your weapon log. Updates coming through. Man, this is really good stuff. More data you get me, the quicker I can finalize my retail version, so keep it up. But remember, this is just a loaner. I'm not running a charity here. Good luck, Agent 4. Okay, we got the thingamabob. I'm probably just gonna like be on the dualies by default or something like that. 5 more zapfish and that boss kettle will open. Sweet. But yeah, it was interesting. It was definitely very interesting. I wasn't planning to have like my worldview changed or anything like that. I didn't have my worldview changed, but it was, you know, still interesting to, gosh darn it, what the heck? See like another perspective and like understand that lens a little bit better. I still don't feel like I get it. I feel like to get it, you probably need to be like part of that worldview most likely. But I understand it a bit better now, I feel like. Is at least the case. Okay, how do I get through here? And my friend that I went with, like, I was very lucky to grow up through the German bilingual program in that by growing up through the German bilingual program, because there's only so many German bilingual schools, you essentially wind up going through like all the grades with like the same general group, essentially, because of that, because there was like 3 different elementary school German bilingual schools, but only one junior high school and only one high school that offered German bilingual. So from there, you were basically like, you know, stuck in the same schools from there. So it's the kind of thing where you only realize how lucky you are afterwards to have people that you've like grown up with and whatnot. So that's something that we were talking about a little bit. But after, on the way home earlier today, when it was just him and I on the trip home and whatnot, and we were discussing some of the topics there, and we were discussing like bigger picture stuff, and you know, what kind of role, if there is a deity, like what kind of a presence a deity should have in a world that they would look over. And I don't know if I should be proud to admit this or embarrassing to admit this, but but on the topic of like how much of a presence a deity should have in the world and how much of an influence they should have on people, well, let's just say I did literally the most nerdy possible thing I possibly could, and I talked about Xenoblade Chronicles. Anyway, maybe I should just leave it at that. Maybe I shouldn't go more in depth than that. Yeah, a lot of them definitely do hold like good common sense there, I feel like. Like, oh my goodness gracious, it's one of these ones. I'll turn these off just in case I use any of these in like a thumbnail. And whatnot. Let's retrieve all 8 mini zapfish and whatnot. Okay. But yeah, it was a interesting time, to say the least. I feel like the most value that I got was like out of the actual exploring around and like, you know, appreciating the world and geology of the world, especially after my earth science classes and whatnot, was what it was like for me. But yeah. But yeah, there was that. I think it's really funny to admit that I talked about Xenoblade Chronicles in terms of that there though. But it is like a really fascinating like example of an argument that can be made about that kind of. Oh, I honestly forgot that the dualies had the this. I kind of forgot that, honestly. Oh, did I not recover? Oh, I didn't actually grab the freaking gimme. Oh my good gracious. Hi. No. Wow, I'm bad at video games. Holy crap. What the heck? Why is there a gas thing here? It's down there. What a wacky spot, huh? But yeah, it was interesting. Wrote an entire essay about the depiction of God and humans in Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and 2, which is deeply rooted in what the heck? Neoplatonism, Aristotle. Oh my goodness, how do I even pronounce this? Aristotelianism and early Christianity. It's actually not too far-fetched at all. Like, I did feel like on the conversation topic there, like it was a really good example, but it's just like really nerdy to admit it, you know, that was something brought up and whatnot. But it is a really good example there. But I'm not familiar with, oh, the former two thingamabobs there. Something that I may have to look into at some point here is what I may have to do. What's this? Oh, it's one of those thingamabobs is what it is. Let's boopity bop. Let's grab these elder zapfish. Hopefully it doesn't take me like 3,000 years to find them like it did the last one. Hey, I'm coughing on my own spit now. Holy crap. You want to like maybe not? Maybe? Oh my goodness, this is not where I want to be. This is not where I want to be. Anyway, I'm super hyped for Xenoblade Chronicles 3, as I've mentioned many times before. But it was interesting, like, talking about it with this friend of mine that doesn't, like, really play video games much at all. This was his first time hearing about Xenoblade. But we were actually having, like, a in-depth discussion about, like, you know, Klaus's convictions and what kind of person he was and his motivations and whatnot, and why he might want to act a certain way. And so that was cool. That was a neat thing there. But yeah. Platon and Aristotle philosophy, basically. Okay, I might have mispronounced the former. I am familiar with Aristotle, but the former I should be familiar with, but oh my good gracious, but I might just not be. No! No! Gosh darn you. Gosh darn you, game. But yeah, because there was like nobody else in the vehicle there, I was originally planning on asking him if he could drop me off near like GameStop or something or other so I could pick up Nintendo Switch Sports. But the way that we wound up coming into the city was like really close to my home, so it was like, oh, I guess we'll just go home and I'll just get like Switch Sports like later in another way kind of thing. So I have it now. I'll play it tomorrow and whatnot as a YouTube stream, since I plan on doing it as a YouTube stream rather than a Twitch stream and whatnot. So anybody seeing this on YouTube, like the moment this goes up, that'd probably be like later today, most likely, if this is still the same part. Probably, I don't know. I do look forward to trying it out and whatnot. Do look forward to giving that a shot. But yeah, so so we were hanging out here for a little while. I showed him the game room here and whatnot, and despite, you know, being someone that, you know, doesn't really ever play video games, it's the kind of room that like anybody can appreciate here, you know, and how crazy it is. It's a little bit disorderly right now, especially with the you know, box from Anima over there and whatnot. But it's like my favorite room. What, you want me to do that? Ah, the slam down over there? What if I don't want to do the slam down though? What if I don't want to come on and slam? What if I don't want to do that, you know? Anyway, I feel like a discussion of like my whole trip would be something really fitting during like Xenoblade Chronicles X one day, because oh, I got reset to this. Because it was like halfway through the Xenoblade Chronicles X series that we did like the initial religion discussion and whatnot. So now I feel like I should feel obligated to, you know, give like a full discussion of the trip sometime during Xenoblade Chronicles X as like part 2, the follow-up, you know, is what I feel might not be a bad idea. Anyway. So that's, okay. Yeah, I'm not getting lost and losing the last Zapfish. Thank goodness for that. So maybe I should do that at some point. So I was honestly thinking about streaming Xenoblade Chronicles X tonight, but I was like, you know, I'm freaking so far behind on Splatoon 2 because I meant to, like, do a recording session of this. I meant to do a stream of this, like, before I headed off. And then I didn't get the chance to, and then I was gone for, like, 5 days. And I'm back, so I was like, okay, let's stream the game I'm behind on, you know? So, this is what I did here. But interestingly, Xenoblade Chronicles 1 is very God skeptic, and Xenoblade Chronicles 2 very human skeptic. Wonder how Xenoblade Chronicles 3 will be. That was actually what, like, freaking, me and my friendo were discussing on the ride back into the city here. How Xenoblade Chronicles 1 was all about a god that, like, acts way too much and is, like, overreaching his boundaries and whatnot. Whereas Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is all about a god that doesn't do enough. And is just kicking back and taking it easy and being like, oh my goodness, humans are just like doomed to repeat the same mistakes. This plan of mine was doomed to fail. I'm just gonna kick back and freaking see what happens while I go into espresso depresso mode. Those were the exact words I used, and my friend who I was with was very surprised at my term of espresso depresso. Anyway, let's go this way, is what we'll do. So it makes me wonder if, like, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 will be, like, a middle ground. That's, like, maybe neither one is all that good, you know? So, I can't wait to play that video game. I just need to play that video game and see what it does, you know? Anyway, case I use this for a thumbnail.